Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for Monday, January 23rd, 2023. Of course, I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. Well, we have an area of low pressure that is currently just south of Long Island that is producing periods of rain along the coast and snow over the interior, rain changing over to snow just to the north and west of our major suburbs here of the major cities. Temperatures throughout the region range from the lower to mid 30s over the northern interior, mid to upper 30s in your suburbs, upper 30s to lower 40s in your urban areas and along the coast. So even though we're seeing a changeover, understand that the temperatures supporting the snowfall is marginal, what we call marginal. So while you see a changeover that's going to eventually take hold as the storm is exiting, understand a lot of this is not going to accumulate, especially on the roadways or any type of treatment, because temperatures are extremely marginal to support snowfall accumulation. Still, on the colder surfaces and your higher elevations, we are seeing some of that snow take place. And when you see your visibility falling below 2 miles, that's usually a moderate to heavy snowfall that is starting to take hold. And that is what we're starting to see on our latest surface map and radar from WeatherTap, with our low pressure system down to 996 millibars, intensifying, heading towards the southern New England coastal waters, just to the northwest of what we call the benchmark, which is out here usually to support some of our more significant storms. The storm track itself is fine, but the upper level evolution of this storm, which is a bit too warm to support snowfall on the coast. For those of you in the Poconos, Catskills, portions of the Hudson River Valley, we're starting to see that change over to snow, and so the accumulation will start to take shape as we move on through this morning. Along the coastal plain, your temperatures are basically holding for the highs for today, and then from here on out, we gradually fall off. Don't be surprised you see a few snowflakes mixed in with the rain, but really no accumulations expected. It's just something to look at outside the window as you get about through your Monday and head through the rest of the week. So what's happening the rest of the week? Well, we have another storm on the way, and this one actually could produce some snowfall accumulation on the coastal plain. Yeah, some real snowfall accumulation, not just a trace or a dusting, but possibly over an inch of snow in some locations, especially around the I-95 corridor. Now, there's a lot to work out here, but we're going to be keeping an eye on this storm as it's tracking towards the plains and heading up towards the Great Lakes. Cold air initially in place is going to support what we call a warm front marching its way towards the region, and that's going to lead to snow initially. That will change over to rain. Everyone's going to change over to rain with this storm on Wednesday, even the higher elevations. But initially on Wednesday morning, there is support for a burst of moderate to heavier snowfall for a short period of time. So let's dive into this forecast and take a look at what we have here in place. So for today, periods of snow continuing over the interior, rain-snow mix along the coast. Again, not really looking for any type of significant snowfall on the coastal plain, but enough to make things a little interesting, some slick roadways this evening. So just use some caution. Again, this is the forecast that has been in place with about a trace on your coastal plain. That includes the major cities. In the northwest suburbs, talking about a trace to 1 inch, again, mostly on your cold surfaces. And then as we head towards the higher elevations, this is where we start to see a little bit better potential for snow, about 1 to 3 inches in this area, 3 to 6 inches in right around Wilkes-Barre, up towards Poughkeepsie, heading up towards northern Connecticut. And then your more significant snowfall is Scranton and points northward, where we could get about 4 to 8 inches. Most locations would be on the low end of this scale, but some heavier bursts will push you, especially in this area, around 5, 6, 7 inches, especially right around here between the Poconos and the Catskills, right in this area right here, which is, again, something that we're starting to see evolve pretty nicely here on the radar. So that's going to be moving through today. And so your high temperatures for today will range from the lower to mid 30s over the northern interior and upper 30s to lower 40s along the coast. So what you see now is what you get for the rest of the day. For tonight into tomorrow morning, look for sky cloud cover. Still a few flurries floating around the region, but for the most part, tranquil conditions and a bit chillier with low temperatures ranging from the lower to mid 20s over the northern interior, upper 20s to lower 30s along the coast. With a fresh snowpack, if we do get any clearing, I would not be surprised if a few locations in the Poconos or Catskills drops into the upper teens. So we'll keep an eye on that. For tomorrow afternoon, look for sky cloud cover with another cold front dropping in from the Great Lakes. It's going to produce sky cloud cover, but again, there's a threat for a flurry or two, especially around the Poconos and Catskills. High temperatures will range from the lower to mid 30s over the higher elevations, upper 30s to lower 40s for the northwestern suburbs, and mid to upper 40s along the coast. Again, that's pretty much the impact of our snowpack. On Wednesday, this is where things get interesting. Tuesday night into Wednesday, this high pressure system will be in place and sending cold air into the coastal plain. And that's going to allow our temperatures to fall off into the mid to upper teens over the northern interior, lower to mid 20s in our northwestern suburbs, and mid to upper 20s along the coast. Again, the influence of our snowpack is going to be pretty significant in terms of where those temperatures line up. But between Wednesday morning, between 7 a.m. Wednesday and 1 p.m. Wednesday, you're going to get this band of moderate to heavy snowfall marching northward with our warm front. And that's going to lead to the potential for snow accumulation. So basically evolving right around the middle of the morning rush hour and then continuing on towards the noon hour. Now, as this warm front lifts northward, the warm air is going to win out in this storm. So you're going to see snow, changes in sleet, and changes in rain. The closer you are to the coast, the faster that transition will be. The further inland you are, the longer that transition will be, which means more snowfall. So we're still working on the details on exactly how much during that time period where we are seeing snow and how much actually accumulates on the roadways and on the surfaces. So we're still working on that. We will have an update on that this evening with more data. But the general idea is that we're going to be warming throughout the day, with our high temperatures ranging from the upper 30s to mid 40s over the northern interior and upper 40s to mid 50s along the coast as the warm air wins out. So yes, you'll see snow in the morning and even in the early afternoon hours in Philadelphia, New York City, locations north and west, south and east, New Jersey coast, perhaps a start off and then a quick change over to rain. But we will see snow accumulation, but then everyone changes over to rain in the evening hours. The storm continues to lift through the Great Lakes with lingering rain and snow showers on Thursday morning, and temperatures throughout the day on Thursday as the storm pulls away will just fall through the 40s into the 30s with a few pesky rain and snow showers and some flurries. No additional significant precipitations expected, but you'll definitely notice the colder air invading. On Friday, high pressure will be in control. Again, we'll watch out for a few troughs producing a few flurries, but that is about it. Much colder with low temperatures in the upper teens to lower 20s over the northern interior, mid to upper 20s along the coast. High temperatures ranging from the mid to upper 20s over the northern interior, lower to mid 30s along the coast. And a lot of that will be dependent on how much snowpack is left over as well. On Saturday, look for sky cloud cover with a cold front passing to the north. We could see a few rain and snow showers out of this, depending on the location on this frontal boundary. Look for temperatures on Saturday to range from the lower to mid 20s over the northern interior, upper 20s to lower 30s along the coast. High temperatures will range from the mid to upper 30s over the northern interior, lower to mid 40s along the coast. And then for Sunday and Monday of next week, a lot of this depends on the location of a Arctic front and waves of low pressure. So there's a lot of volatility in the forecast for Sunday and Monday and beyond that point as well, dependent on an Arctic air mass that's going to be pressing south and how that's going to be influencing low pressure development and the potential for precipitation. So the idea right now is that the low pressure systems for Sunday and Monday will track north with the Arctic air to our north, like towards central New York and central Pennsylvania. But if this adjusts further south, then we're looking at a drastically colder forecast. So right now on Sunday, low temperatures range from the mid to upper teens over the interior, lower to mid 20s in your suburbs, and mid to upper 20s along the coast. High temperatures in the upper 30s to lower 40s over the interior, mid to upper 40s along the coast. And then those temperatures continue to remain elevated for Monday with low temperatures over the interior, mid to upper 30s, lower to mid 40s along the coast, high temperatures in the mid to upper 40s over the interior and lower to mid 50s along the coast. But if this frontal boundary ends up here, as some guidance is showing, rather than here, then you're talking about a 30-degree colder temperature forecast. And also different precipitation type. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that, as it looks like it's going to get a bit interesting and, of course, complicated. That is your forecast discussion for today. Of course, I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino, and as always, stay safe out there.